What's up? Today, I'm going to show you how to make an acapella break edit. Okay, so an acapella break edit, what is it? It's basically just an edit where the intro comes in, and then you fade the intro out, let the acapella really like shine through, and then you bring it back into the original. So this gives a cool little like transitional segue so you don't like burn out a dance floor. Lets it kind of like pause for a bit, add some sort of tension to whatever mix you have going on. So the track we're actually going to be using today is Head and Heart, Joel Corey, an absolute banger of a song. And I got the chance to actually get the stems. No, I cannot give you the stems. I'm sorry in advance. Because I had to put together the instrumental for a competition we had going on. So if you have access to stems or anything like that, like even the acapella or the instrumental goes a long way when it comes to making these edits. I definitely recommend that you try to get your hands on the stems because that allows you to be a little more selective in what goes where. And you can see here in the edit, I'll break it down for you guys of what I have going on. All right, so give you guys a little preview of what we are working with here today. Where my heart goes. Where my heart goes. Where my heart goes. Where my heart goes. Cause my heart goes. Oh yeah, hope you guys like my new digs, by the way. This is my girlfriend's apartment. I'm actually in the kitchen right now because I'm taking care of our lovely dog back there. Simba, come say hi. All right, now that he's up here, he's probably not going to leave. So here we are. Now we have a dog with us. Okay, so I'm just going to break down the stems for you guys and kind of what I'm looking for when I'm making an acapella break edit. Like if you don't have the stems, you can still use filters and DIYs and stuff like that to achieve the result you're looking for. But like I said, stems are always preferred. So here I just have the instrumental, and then I just use that as an intro. Didn't do anything there, just the instrumental. And then I have like these crash and fill effects here. So this is what I use for the segue. I actually chopped this up, brought this over, and then did a little crossfade here. And then next I have the claps. I actually added a reverb on these here because they were pretty dry. He has a reverb send, which sounds great, but I just wanted to use my own reverb. It also has a little bit of like a flanger on there, so it adds a little bit of delay to the clap. And then this is like the big thing that I always use. I always slap a really long delay on something when I'm starting the transition for an acapella break. You can hear it. Surge Sniper does a really good job of this for heavy hits. He has a Disco Inferno edit, and that one's great where it's like a really long delay effect that helps the transition and really draws things out. So don't be scared to like crank up the feedback knob. You can see here I have it all the way at like 86% just to help with the transition, and you'll hear it here. Where my heart goes. And then I threw in the string sample that he has here, did a little fade just to bring it in slightly. And then I also moved around his like percussion section here. This is what really fills out a lot of that dead space along with the string sample. It's just a tiny little like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a pluck, like pop sound. And then it's kind of like some like wood block hits as well. So that really helped fill out a lot of that space, and where that like dead space would be when you're trying to have that like tension point. If you have like just some subtle like string effects or some sort of like siren or like a little like here he has like that click effect, almost like a metronome. That always helps when you're trying to have tension. And then you can kind of like filter things in on top of that, which really helps. And then this is the other crash fill section here just to help with the transitions. I moved some things around here and there, and then I chopped up the really like noteworthy part of the song, like the bum bum section. That's always the part that really stands out, and kind of what made this song super catchy is like on the radio edit, it comes in right away, and you just know exactly what the song is, which is just great production overall. And then next, this is like the organ bass section, pretty standard in house music. A bunch of layers, it looks like, that he had here going on. And then I did 2 different filters just to help with the transitions. So I used a high pass and a low pass filter to kind of act as like that band pass, just to take out a little bit of like different volumes here and there, just to add that tension and let you know that that transition is coming next. So you can see the filters working, especially on that first 4-bar section, and in the stems he even has, like, you can see the filters are definitely working on that organ bass. So especially in house music, you'll see auto filters on pretty much every track, just to help with transitions. So, and then lastly, I just have the piano section here. And then the last thing here, these stems are actually from the mixing session. So it's not actually just like bounced out, like mastered, like already finished stems. These are definitely a little bit quieter than you hear in the actual master track. So what I did was I actually added just a little compressor here, an SSL compressor. You can do the same thing with a glue compressor. And then I used that to get the similar desired effect that you would hear in an already like mastered track, just to make sure like the volume levels are about the same. So I used an SSL compressor to bring up that volume. And then I put the limiter at the end and we were done. Alrighty, ladies and gents, that wraps it up for today's video. Hopefully you learned something new. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll be back next week showing you guys a brand new plugin I found that's actually free, and how I use it to change some acapellas, use some like denoising features, especially with those older kind of like messier acapellas that you get, to have them sound almost like studio quality and really, really clean, which is what a lot of people are looking for when they're making their edits. And I just want to say, really sorry about last week, and I'm getting busier again just because vaccines are rolling out, so gigs are starting to happen more and more now. And then I have a lot of edits and different things going on with Patreon. So a lot of good problems to have, but I've been really busy. So really sorry about last week, and I'm going to try my best to keep bringing you guys these videos on a weekly basis. But until then, take it easy, tell someone you love them, all of that good stuff, and I'll be back soon.